you're expecting an all-action slugfest. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Good counter punch. So much firepower here. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a...
And he couldn't take any more. Down goes Marquez.
You see many shots like that. A simple, short shot. Pull the fighter down.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom! Back to the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Both men step back for just a moment. Missing with that right hook. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Breathe. Get your breath out there. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head through.
That jab misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
Good counterpunching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. About Marquez in that last round. Well, he is glad. Let's get it started in round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
It's got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again, and that's a lot of points to lose around.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
You'd like to see more jabs. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Barrera in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got dropped twice.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace. Get your momentum. It's too much to do what you're doing. That's your fear. Get your mind back on the job. There's a god-awful round that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. Much better. It's not even it work. Don't be looking in for one shot at a time. Set.
Back at it in round 4. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. That counter punch caught him clean. Perfect counter shot. That hook just can't find the target. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The jab can't find a home. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. About Marquez in that last round. That bell could not have... And there's the bell for round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Blocks the jab. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's when the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. The right hook just missed. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. The game plan does not... This is the beginning of round 6, so the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him.
The referee will send him to the corner and take a look at the cut. So time back in. Let's keep fighting. Just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. These two were made for each other. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
A lot of effort being exerted here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. About Marquez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the... Round 7, here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
To see a jab from these two. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Did you see that? Ferreira might be going down. Somehow somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. From this moment forward, there's the bell to start round 8. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
I guess showboating is part of their plan. Nope, that hook won't score. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
It could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, this won't sit well with her. Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
She's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at her. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot.
Final 10 seconds here. Hold it right there. And Marquez goes down.
And what a shot. Was that a flash knockdown? He should get up from that. He's fresh enough. He can get up from that. Does he want to?
The 3 judges agree, and we've got unanimous decision.